Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Bop or Flop. Today is the Pokemon Special. If this is your first time watching, here's how it works. I, Thunder, from Thunder and Lightning Gaming, am somewhat of a self-proclaimed theme song expert. I have chosen 5 theme songs at random. In this case, they just all happen to be from the Pokemon series. My best friend and co-host Chris, aka Lightning, aka whatever he feels like calling himself, is going to ask me these 5 questions in this order, and I'm going to answer them truthfully and to the best of my ability. Just as a quick side note, if the answer to the question, is it repetitive, is yes, that's not always a bad thing. Many theme songs are very repetitive while managing to still be good, creative, and fun. Also, something I don't say enough, which I think is worth mentioning, a good TV show does not guarantee a good theme song, and vice versa. So, without further ado, let's get to the questions.
Well, welcome back to Bop or Flop. I am your host, as always, Frankie the Wanky Skanky Manky. And with me, I have Thunder of Thunder and Lightning, who is, of course, the main character of the show, and I'm Lightning.
It's me. Hi, it's me. Can I introduce myself?
Sure.
Did you put Mankey in your name because that's a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Because today is the Pokemon episode.
Yeah.
All 5 of the songs we're doing are Pokemon songs. We're not doing the Pokemon song. And also, just as a quick aside, I'm pretty sure we are not allowed to show footage from the Pokemon television show. So
Let's show fan art.
I'm not yeah, it'll be something like that. Images. It'll be the show,
Yeah.
but blurred. I don't know. It'll be something. But without further ado.
First up, we have Black and White.
It's always hard when the journey begins.
Hard to find your way, hard to make new friends.
Black and White. Is it good?
No. This is an interesting one to start with because it's kind of the only one I don't like on the list.
Slow.
It's slow. It's the first one that has a male singer and a female singer, and this stayed true throughout all of the Black and White
Yeah.
years. Neither one of them are very good.
No, neither of the singers were great. Also, the song just felt like it wanted to go somewhere and then just stayed stagnant the entire length of the song, which was interesting.
So, no, not a good song.
All right, fair enough. Is it repetitive?
This one is not repetitive because of how short it is.
Okay.
Some of them are like a minute and a half. This one ended up being only 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just like a verse and a chorus. The thing with Pokemon songs is it's Pokemon theme songs. It's a toss-up whether it's a real song or not. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Like Master Quest has a full 3-minute long version of it, but this one I know for a fact doesn't.
Yeah.
We heard all there is to
Okay.
hear of this song.
One thing I want to point out as far as this is like a meta. Is it repetitive? Each one I giggled a few times.
Yeah.
Because obviously
Is it because they all end with Pokemon?
Yeah, but they don't end with Pokemon. They end with essentially their rendition of the first one, which is Pokemon. Actually, if you want to play it,
Yeah,
And-
sure.
theirs is like Pokemon. Battle Dimensions trademark, and it's like it's like all right, you changed a couple of notes. You're clearly trying to do the da da da.
I wonder this all the time. I wonder if the Pokemon company tells these people you need to end it with shouting Pokemon because they all do,
But it's-
literally every single one.
It's not just shouting it. They all have that rhythm. Da
Yeah.
da da
Yeah.
da da da, and use whatever melody you want over that. It's just so they nailed it the first time.
Pokemon,
Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon.
But it's just interesting because they do all do that. I noticed. Does it explain the premise of the show we were about to watch?
This one's an interesting one for Pokemon because all of them do the thing where it's like, this is what it could be about. This is what it's about in theory.
Yeah.
Where everything they say in the lyrics is like friendship and training and waking up to train and training and being friends and Pokemon.
Which it is about.
Which that is what it's about. But in terms of how well they do, I'd say this one does a poor job.
Well, can I ask you something?
Sure.
This is an interesting situation because a lot so far of our shows on this series have been American TV shows,
Most of them, yeah.
which usually tend to only have one theme song to
Right.
explain the entire series.
Right.
This, however, on the other hand, is a more Japanese-based show. Obviously, it is a Japanese show, but even the American version
Yeah.
has stuck to the tradition of changing the intro every
Right.
season. Do you think they're just going off of legacy? We don't need to explain the premise of the show
Right.
for these because we already did that. You already know what the show's about.
Well, no, because I think that Pokemon, and they've been this way about a lot of things. I think their whole mentality is like, we can't guarantee that the children who were watching season 1 are going to be watching season 22 as adults. So we need to assume that new kids are going to be
Yeah,
watching
okay.
this. But you're right. They've definitely fallen into this funk of like, let's just sort of, because that's what the first one does. The first one doesn't mention Ash by name
Yeah.
or, any of the Pokemon by name, but
Poke Rap does.
the Poke Rap is not a theme song.
Is it cultured?
Oh, man.
There's one that I say
Yeah, here's
has
the...
a yes, and I'd say the rest don't.
Yeah, no, this one...
I mean, the only culture it could really have is Japanese. Like, Pokemon isn't a culture. It could have Japanese or whatever relation to the region they're in. Hint,
Right.
hint.
Yeah.
They've done it once.
Well, in that case, the region in Black and White is based off America. So,
I wasn't really paying attention. It sounded like I didn't get like a, oh, this is an American
right, yeah.
song vibe.
No,
from
it's just
that.
it's just sort of okay.
Yeah. Is it fun? Is it creative?
Why? Are you? It sounds like you're not having fun.
I just anticipating your answer.
For considering that it's a Pokemon theme song, it is not fun.
No, it
It's-
really isn't.
It's creative in the sense that for the first time ever, they tried the whole let's get two singers, a female and a male.
But they didn't stick.
No,
this
they
now.
didn't. They didn't execute properly. They didn't stick the landing. Is that what you were just
That's
about to
what I
say?
meant to say.
Yeah. So I'd say good attempt at creativity,
Bad
but
follow through.
bad follow through. Also, I didn't have fun watching your theme song.
Is it a bop or flop?
It's a flop.
Yeah, I figured. Advanced battle.
I'm unbeatable.
I love this one. This one
Okay.
holds a special place in my heart, and we'll get into that. Ask me a question.
Any question?
and, yeah, sure.
Well, you know what? Just off the top of my head, is it good?
It is good. I love this one. One of my favorite movies of all time is the 8th Pokemon movie, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. And this is the theme song that was on during that time.
Oh, okay.
And every time there's a TV show, a movie that's based off a TV show, wherever the theme song shows up is really important. So,
Yeah.
like in DuckTales, the DuckTales and the Curse of the Magic Genie or whatever it's called, it's during the credits. Right as soon as the last scene starts, the theme song starts, and then the whole entire credits is the DuckTales theme song.
But it's only some loose change. I'll change you face, you see. Somebody stop those pants.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg.
That's awesome. In Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, Ash, he goes to this town where there's like this cosplay tournament happening. Basically, you dress up as a character from like a legendary story, and then you battle, and then it takes place in a tournament, and they make you think for a second the whole movie's going to be this tournament, and then the theme song starts.
And now, in honor of Sir Aaron and his noble deeds, we will begin our annual Pokemon contest!
I'm unbeatable.
And the theme song plays, and the whole tournament takes place during the theme song.
Yeah.
And then when the theme song ends, Ash has won the tournament, and it's
That's
like
cool.
now the rest of the movie can happen. That was just a little anecdote. I do really love this one, and it is good.
Good. Is it repetitive?
Yes, yeah. It's this is one of the longer ones. It's like 1 minute and 10 seconds long, and he does say I'm unbeatable over and over again. Although sometimes he does say I'm undefeatable, which is technically a different word. Arguably not
Which is not true in Ash's case.
well,
He's
yeah.
extremely defeatable.
I always assume that the theme songs, the singers are singing about themselves, because they're not singing about Ash Ketchum. But yeah, no, it's a little repetitive.
Does it explain the premise? Oh, no. Does it explain the premise of the show we were about to watch?
No. No. The reason it's called Advanced Battle is because the last one was called Advance, and they just wanted to,
okay.
like, this is the next one. And the reason it was called Advance is because all the games were on the Game Boy Advance back in the day. Like, sometimes it explains, like, there's one that's called, like, Pokemon Johto League Journeys, and there's one that's called, like, Sinnoh League Victors or something like that. Or Battle Frontier, right? Like, that one's obviously about them going to the Battle Frontier. But this one's just, like, it was called Pokemon Advanced, and this is the sequel to that.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are kind of like, they're going to do more things.
Is it cultured?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. You can. I don't think you need to say anything else. All right.
I think if the Advanced Battle, I didn't even remember what it was called, theme song was released today, people would be like, I don't like this.
Yeah. I agree. Is it fun and or creative?
Yes. It is not creative. No. It's fun, though.
Okay.
I like it. It's another one that, like, not me personally, but if someone was like, this song makes me want to dance, I'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not creative. It's just, you know, sometimes, as you said, Pokemon theme songs are just every other Pokemon theme song. But I have a lot of fun listening to this one.
Good. Is it a bop or flop?
Bob.
Good.
In this battle, I'm unbeatable. Pokemon.
Battle Dimension.
On the road, far from home, but you don't have to feel alone.
Female singer only
Okay.
on Battle Dimension. I really like this one.
Cool. Well, that answers question number 1. Question number 2.
Go for it.
Is it repetitive?
No, this one's not repetitive. This one has an extended version, but like it's only extended by like 30 seconds. It's really weird. No, I'd say listening to the version of it that was the theme song, I'd say it is not repetitive.
All right.
I'd say it does a good job of keeping you interested in what's coming next musically.
Does it explain the premise of the show we, the audience, are about to watch?
Yeah, it does its best, you know. They definitely go for their own thing. Like, rather than talking about battling and training and being friends and stuff, they focus on being heroes a lot, which is not necessarily...
Something Pokemon is about?
Yeah, it's, not necessarily something Pokemon's about, but also not, like, what this specific season was about.
Right.
Like, as far as I can remember, it's still just more of the same... I've got to battle, and you're going to do beauty contests, and I, Brock, am a pervert.
Yeah. That's fair. Is it cultured?
No.
I want a montage of you just saying no for every single one except 5. Number 5. Is it fun? Is it creative?
I would say yes to both, because it was the first one with a woman, so just solely based on that, it is creative in that sense, because literally every single one, I think this is like the 10th or 11th one, and there's like, what, 22 at this point? This one was the first one with a woman, and there's no like reason why. Like, it's not like this was the one with the woman main character, because it's not. It's still Ash.
Right.
It just, I don't know. It's cool though. I like that it's a woman. She brings a flavor that was not present before.
Is it a bop or flop?
I'd say blop.
Ooh.
I'd say,
the rare blop.
yeah, I'd say good enough to be a Pokemon themed song, not necessarily super interesting in the grand scheme of theme songs.
All right.
But I do have to commend it for breaking the mold in a couple different regards.
We will be heroes, battle dimension Pokemon.
Master Quest.
No time to question my moves. I stick to the path that I choose.
I love Master Quest. Speaking of the actual TV show, this is actually one of the ones that I watched. Master Quest is the coolest,
Yeah.
like, of all the animes, I think. The finale is just so cool.
Cool.
I could go on and on, but I won't, because we're here to talk about the theme song, not the actual show.
Well, while we're on the topic, is it good?
Yeah, this song does have a 3-minute version, and I did have it on my iPod in high school.
Nice.
But yeah, this one's good. I like it a lot.
Cool. Is it repetitive?
It's a little repetitive. It's not even really like a verse and a chorus. It's more like a verse and then like the end of the song,
Okay.
if you know what I mean. And it shows because they do repeat some stuff a few times. But in this case, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I said, is it repetitive is sometimes not a bad thing. I think the song is good enough that the repetition isn't too overbearing.
Does it explain the premise of the show we were about to watch?
Yes, better than all the other ones so far. He's definitely like we were joking about how like they can't be talking about Ash, but this one's definitely referring to himself as Ash because he doesn't talk like I'm gonna win. Remember the time I won? Look at how cool I am. He talks in like I hope I can do it. I really want to do it. I don't know if I can,
Yeah.
but it's like it's gonna be tough, but I'm ready. I'd say it does.
okay.
A better job, as good as it can, but a better job than its other friends on this list so far.
Fair enough. Is it cultured?
No,
Is it fun? Is it creative?
it's not creative. This is like the fourth one, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like, and then two more. So it was the fifth one, and it was as far as So as far as it versus the four that came before it, it's pretty creative. It's the first one that was just like, welcome to the early 2000s.
Okay.
You know, but in terms of it versus the other 21, 22 Pokemon theme songs, it's not that creative, but it is very fun. It's a lot of fun, especially if you, like you're supposed to as a kid, put yourself in Ash's shoes and you're like, yes, I can do it.
Cool. Is it a bop or flop?
It's a bop.
It's all I've got to do is believe in me.
All right.
Yeah,
Last,
go for it.
but not least, Sun and Moon.
I can't get used to this heat on my skin.
Sun and Moon is good. Sun and Moon is currently my ringtone.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it soon.
Should I once again skip number 1?
No, give me number 1.
Is it good?
Yes, it is. Go to number 2.
Is it repetitive?
No, it's not. This one in particular does a really good job of not being repetitive. It's a good 30 seconds long, and
Yeah.
it does a good job of just like, here I am and there I went,
Yeah.
which is
No,
I
it
think
was good.
important for Pokemon, a show that has over 1,000 episodes. You know, like if I'm not that anyone's done this or should do this, but if you're gonna watch every episode of Pokemon from start to finish, the theme song shouldn't be over a minute.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have to watch a theme song like over 1,000 times.
Yeah, yeah. That's
And
fair.
that's like what, a 10th of the show?
Yeah. Does explain the premise of the show we were about to watch.
Yeah, it does. Because this one, as Chris has been alluding to, takes place in the Alola region,
Yes.
which is heavily based off of Hawaii. All of the lyrics
the
are like,
sun.
we're having fun and we're in the sun and everything's great on the beach coming to Hawaii.
Essentially. Which also answers number 4. Is it cultured?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say they did a pretty good job of matching the music to the region. for
Yeah.
this one.
Steel drums, upbeat,
Yeah.
beachy vibe music.
Offbeat tempo, too.
Yeah.
So like a reggae or ska type of sound. Is it fun? Is it creative? I would say yes to both.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It's definitely the most fun on our list. I'm not confident enough to say of all of them, but as far as our list goes today, this is the most fun. It's
Yeah.
the most catchy. It's the most like it's the one that gets you ready to watch the show more than the other ones, I think, because you're like, oh, it's Pokemon, but in Hawaii, which is exactly
Out
what
of
it is.
these 5.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Is it creative? Yes, and I kind of have to break one of the unspoken rules, and I have to talk about a different theme song real quick. The last line in this theme song is under the Alolan sun, and
Yeah.
then they say Pokemon because they always do. So this is the sun theme
Right,
song.
right.
The next theme song is the moon theme song. It's like a smooth, like low key, slow beat, like hip hop song. And it really gives the vibe of like, now it's nighttime in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the last line in that one is under the Alolan moon, and then they say Pokemon.
When we all meet our destiny under the Alolan moon. Pokemon.
That's
So
cool.
when compared to its sister song, the next one, the 20, 1000th Pokemon intro. It is very creative because they did the whole Sun and Moon thing,
Yeah.
which was a theme throughout the entirety of the, like, all the games were like that and everything.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's cool.
yeah.
All right. Big question. Is it a bop or flop?
I was so excited I almost just said yes. It's a bop.
Cool. One thing I want to mention about these theme songs that I noticed when we were
These ones
listening through-
particularly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go for it.
Basing my knowledge of the first one, they were all missing one aspect that was just lacking. None of them were epic. First Pokemon song, if I was going to use any word to describe it, it would be epic.
Okay.
These were fun. You know, they get you in the mood for the show, what have you. That's fine.
Interesting. You wouldn't say that Advanced Battle, when it was talking about, like, the ancient past and the going beyond the stars and
No,
stuff?
I'm not even talking about the lyrics, just the song
Oh,
itself.
okay, yeah, no. Then I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. The first theme song was I would use the word epic over fun.
Mm.
It was intense.
Yeah,
That's a better
yeah.
word to use.
No, I would honestly, like, the first Pokemon theme song, if you told me it came out in the 80s, I would be like, that makes sense. Because it plays like a lot of other 80s anime songs. Like, you keep using the word epic, so I will use that word as well. In terms of how epic it is, I would say it's on par with, like, the Neon Genesis Evangelion theme song. Yeah, like all those ones.
Yeah. Or Power Rangers.
Yeah, something like that. No, I'm talking, like, specifically, like, 80s anime.
Okay.
Like, old, like... But it's not. It's a 90s song.
Yeah.
But it seems like it takes... it was written in the 80s, whereas these ones, you can tell, with the exception of Sun and Moon, maybe, you can pretty much tell, like, with pinpoint accuracy what year they were written.
Yeah.
But no, that's interesting.
Yeah. But I think that'll do it for us.
Yeah.
It was a good episode.
Next time is going to be another normal episode.
Okay.
And I will finally get to those suggestions that I got.
Excellent.
Episode after that, it's going to be a remake episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 6 theme songs instead of 5, and we're going to do the original theme song and the theme song's remake. So look out for that. And until next time, I'm Thunder.
I'm Lightning. And I'm... Hold on while I get
Looking it up on my phone.
Frankie the Wanky Skanky Manky.
Take it easy, guys.